Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss Block 16 LP4 Language Techniques. Aim of today's class is to identify language techniques and explain their use in descriptive writing. Keywords are sensory details, sound words, simile, metaphor, alliteration, personification, language techniques. Dear students, these are language techniques. What are language techniques? Language techniques are sensory details, sound words, simile, metaphor, alliteration, and personification. This one we call as triple S map. Triple S map. In short form, we call as triple S map. Triple S. First S for sensory details, second S for sound words, third S for simile, then map. M for metaphor, A for alliteration, P for personification. So all these language techniques we are going to see in detail by going through six small poems. So what are your favorite details from the poem? Why? So here once again we are going to review the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. So in this poem, what are your favorite details? Why? There are many details from the senses that help us picture the scene, such as the only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. So today we will read short poems and look for language that makes them more interesting and descriptive. So here we have first poem Slippery Sloppery, second poem Mom and Dad Are Home, third poem War and Peace, fourth poem Snow, fifth poem Spring, sixth poem Painted. So first we read the first poem Slippery Sloppery. A slippery sloppery slipping snail slithered, slipped, and slid on the floor, feeling hurried, harried, hungry, and helpless as starlings screeched, spiraled, and saw a slippery sloppery slipping snail who slithered, slipped, and slid on the floor. A fluttering of feathers fell frightening fast, meant that slippery sloppery slipping snail who slithered, slipped, and slid was no more, by David Williams. Next we go for second poem Mom and Dad Are Home. Slam slam go the car doors. Jangle jangle go the house keys. Jiggle jiggle go the keys in the door. Squeak goes the front door. Thump thump. That's me running down the stairs. Guess what? Mom and Dad are home. Written by Natasha Nemi. Next we read third poem War and Peace. War is like a fire burning through memory. Peace is like a puzzle, confusing, tough to complete. War is as dark as murder, killing every day. Peace is like a dove, flying free, yet not leading the way. By Cam T. Next we read fourth poem Snow. Snow speaks to people falling above in the glooming sunlight. Its white sparkling voice echoes as it falls through the air. Next we read fifth poem Spring. The newborn flowers blossom in all sizes and vivid colors. When you walk by, their sweet and luscious aromas ensnare you. The beautiful butterflies titter. Around the light grassy areas, the trees are full of lush, dark green leaves. Spring is when you can really savor the intense scent of nature. Next, we read sixth poem, Painting. Painting is an untamed bird. You are free to show how you feel without consequence. There is nothing holding you back. So now we go for analysis part. Part 1 Activity discussion. So each group in turns about the poem assigned to them. What is the poem all about? What is described in the poem? In the poem, Slippery Sloppery, it is about a snail. Mom and Dad are home describes the arrival of the poet's parents at home. War and Peace describes War and Peace by comparing them with a fire and a puzzle. The poem Snow describes the snowfall. Painting describes a painting by comparing it with a free bird. Spring describes the new fresh flowers blossoming in the spring. So, what words or phrases have made your poem more descriptive, interesting, and fun to read? Slippery Sloppery has the same repeated yes, yes, l, f, and h sound. This is called alliteration. Mom and Dad Are Home has lots of sound words such as slam, slam, jingle, jingle. War and Peace has similes. Snow has used personification. Spring has used sensory details such as full of lush, dark green, and painting has used a metaphor. Next, we go for part 2 generalized discussion. How do sensory details, sound words, similes, metaphors, alliteration, and personification help to make the poem more descriptive and interesting? Sensory details and sound words make the description more detailed and help to create images in the reader's mind. They help to create pictures in the reader's mind. Similes and metaphors compare two different things. The only difference between similes and metaphors is that metaphors don't use the words like or as. Alliteration makes the description more fun by repeating the beginning sound. And personification describes a thing as a person by giving it human qualities. All of these can be called language techniques because they all help in making the writing more descriptive, interesting, and fun to read. We can remember their names by thinking of the term triple S map. It is first S for sensory detail, second S for sound word, third S for simile, then map, M for metaphor, A for alliteration, and P for personification. So easy way of remembering is triple S map. Next we go for part 3, higher order thinking. Why do authors use these language techniques in writing? Mostly these language techniques are used to make the description more vivid, detailed, and interesting. Next we go for application part. All of you open page number 43 from English Workbook Volume 2. Here question number 1 is read the poem by Eve Merriam. Dear students, please you read this poem. Then in question number 2 is identify one language technique used in the poem. So almost we have 6 language techniques are there. So just you have to identify one language technique in the above poem. And you should also give the examples. Question number 3 is read this poem by Ken Nesbitt. Add some lines to extend the poem. Use one of the triple S map language techniques in your lines. So dear students, you have to read this poem and you have to add some more lines and also you have to use one of the language technique. So this completes your block 16 LP4. Thank you.